record rise of coconut oil prices in the world is an even bigger threat than Trump's tariffs to the industry, says Axilum Chairman and CEO Romeo Chan. In my interview with him last May 14th, Chan explains on top of rising prices, a shortage in supply and low yields exacerbate the aim to export and meet local demand. Coconut products, especially coconut oil, are the Philippines' biggest export. With us for our continuing discussion on food security and sustaining the Philippines' competitiveness as one of the world's largest coconut-producing countries, Charlie Avila, the president of the Confederation of Coconut Farmers Organizations out of the Philippines, or CONFED, joins us live here in the studio. So good to have you here, Charlie. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Annie. Good morning.
And lovely to see your book here. You've co-authored this book entitled Tragedy and Hope.
Yes.
It's a bifurcated title, and I'm really interested to know more about the tragedy because we could make a lot of improvements there, but there is hope.
There is
I
hope.
spoke with Romy Chan last May 14th, and he said that the tariffs weren't such a big issue. But then when you put that into context with the existing issues that the coconut industry faces, which include supply shortages, low yields, and also rising coconut oil prices, how much of an influence is Trump's tariffs having in the level of urgency in getting the problem solved in the coconut industry?
Yes. Okay. As you know, the coconut industry in the Philippines is one of the oldest industries around. When Magellan came over, it was there already.
Okay.
So there were some sampans or junks from Thailand, from Siam at that time. Now, all through the hundreds of years that followed, there came a time when the world discovered that it was the superior oil. So the world market took over. Now the system was put together whereby they could get from smallholders what otherwise they would not be able to gather together. And that was a system where the middleman was supreme. Okay? The creditor trader. And so it produced a lot of money for processors and for the world market, and so much poverty for the farmers themselves, especially the workers, the landless workers, tenants, lessees, about 3 million of them. The biggest subsector in agriculture is that, as well as it is also the biggest exporter, has always been, still is, and without any subsidy.
So it's never changed then. It's always been a challenged story ever since Magellan. And we're talking about smallholders.
Yeah.
And I wanted to pick up on that because it's really the farmers.
It's the farmers.
That we're aiming to help under CONFED.
Okay.
I know that the multi-sectoral group that you now head wants to help them.
Okay.
Help them plant coconut trees in order to increase supply and also increase yields.
Yes.
That's another issue. And also give them a market to sell to. How's that plan
I will
going?
just say this by way of replying to that there was an effort in the past that money would be put together, the coco levy funds, okay? The money came from the farmers themselves, not from the national treasury, okay? And that was big amounts. Who owned that? It took 30 years to determine. And the CONFED, the members of the CONFED were in the court saying it is ours. And the court finally decided that because these are tax monies, these are public funds, that because it did not come from the general public, it's a special fund. It's yours. You are the true beneficial owners. So government is trust owner. Owner in trust for what? For the coconut farmers, the true beneficial owners, with a purpose. The trust fund has a purpose, the development of the coconut industry. Now, a law was passed on how to utilize this. The farmers went to the Congress and fought it out, and they did not get what they wanted. Under the administration of the previous administration, he vetoed the farmers' version. Now, it is almost like the government owns the funds in an absolute way. Almost. But they always use the word trust. However, the behavior is they own it absolutely. For example, the original strategy of government was a tripartite approach. They would have the PCA, Philippine Coconut Authority, to take care of the production and productivity. They would have an oil mills group from the Coconut Industry Investment Fund to take care of processing and trading. And they would have a bank, the United Coconut Planters Bank, to take care of credit facilities.
I wanted to pick up on that because I
Yes.
do see that you submitted a letter
Yes.
to PBBM
Yes.
of an executive order of a draft that you'd like him to sign. And the key point there is to revitalize the UCPB as
Yes.
some sort of a fiduciary to
Yeah.
take care of these funds.
Because Kathy, without a bank, without access to capital, to credit, the farmers are nothing. You know, people come from 5,000 kilometers away to give them money at high interest rates, but in timely fashion, and they take it at 5-6. It is an indictment of the fact that we say we have an agribank, but it does not exist. Now, when UCPB was taken over, CONFED says illegally, by mere AO of Mr. Duterte at that time, taken over by Land Bank for a merger, that was not even a merger. There was a buyout at very low price, 33 centavos per share. When even both COA and Punong Bayan were saying it was at 3 pesos something, and now they want to go to the market and sell at 347 per share. I mean, come on. If the law says the coco levy funded assets were to be sold so that they will have more money, where is that money? They have not put it in the trust fund account. So we say, Mr. President, let's review this. We know that the buyout has come about. It is a fact. But there's something left behind there. Meron pang natitira. Kunin namin yun. For the farmers.
So as you
Because
wait for the President's response, ano pong
Yes.
ginagawa natin doon sa, babalikan ko lang yung doon sa pribadong sektor,
Yo po.
in helping the farmers find a market where they can sell fairly? Ano po yung ginagawa natin at ano yung progress in that?
Yung ginagawa natin is to make sure that they will finally have this bank. It's not there yet. It's still wholly owned by the Land Bank, the government. We're telling the President, maybe if you can put in, or CONFED can help you, put in some more directors say, from the farmers themselves, and then come up with a real serious effort to put up an agribank, like Rabo Bank, like Baak in Thailand. You know, that's the secret of, the Netherlands, one of the smallest countries on earth, is the second biggest exporter of food and agriculture.
Okay.
Thailand, has to send people to the Philippines to learn, but their bank is ready to help their producers. We don't have that. Now
right,
we're
but,
saying to the President, please, the original idea of your dad, let's do it. But it was taken over by Mr. Duterte before you.
Well, I hope he's heard you with that letter. And do
Yes.
let us know kung naaprubahan na po at pinirmahan na.
Yes, you will know ahead.
Yes,
Thank you.
Charlie.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. And thank you for the book.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Okay.